Hello, everybody. I'm here with Mason Madden and Mansoor MxM.
How's it going, AJ?
I'm good.
How are you, AJ? Are you doing well?
Yeah.
Good.
You do all your homework?
I'm on spring break.
When's your curfew? Huh?
Yeah.
When do you gotta be home?
What are your grades like?
All A's.
They better be.
That's
Mom,
a lie.
are
Mom,
they all
is that
A's?
a lie? They are?
They're all A's.
They're
It's better
all
than me.
A's?
He's doing better than me.
Why not A plus?
Yeah.
Huh? You're not
I have
working hard enough?
103% in science.
Okay, that's an A plus.
You don't want to be a doctor?
No.
What do you want to be?
Fair.
Pro wrestler?
Okay.
Okay.
Good answer.
And I mean,
Terrible. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. That's great,
Keep
AJ.
doing this. Keep doing this.
You work on that.
so you were in the NFL before you got into wrestling.
I was in the NFL. You did your research.
Yep. How did that transition to becoming a wrestler?
Well, it didn't transition much. It's very different athletically. I had to learn a lot of different movements. But one of the things that I got from football is that I'm 6'8" and really big. So that helps.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling really likes big people.
You'd think, right? You would think.
But I mean, there are a lot of successful short people in wrestling, so.
That's true too.
That's true.
That's true too. There's no limitations.
I think there's space for everybody in wrestling, which is good.
I always say that no matter what body type you have, as long as you can go, that's all that really matters. Like, this is one big show, and in any TV show, in any movie, in any play, in
There
any
should be all types of people.
exactly whatever character you portray fits how you look, then great. Like, there's a spot for you on any show.
Yeah, I mean, everyone can fit into wrestling. It's something for everyone.
That's what's special about it. Not everybody can play football, not everybody can play basketball, but one thing that just about anybody can do is get into a wrestling ring and put on a show. So,
Yeah, wrestling fits everyone, like you said.
yeah.
What advice would you give for people trying to get into the wrestling business?
I would say keep in mind that the most important thing is that somebody is putting their life in your hands. So you need to treat that with the utmost value and importance. When you're in the ring with somebody, their life is on the line. That's what I mean when I say you got to be in the best shape possible. That's what I say when your conditioning has to be good. Because if you're blowing up, if you're tired, if you're chugging in there, you're huffing and puffing, it means when you're going to pick somebody up for a body slam, if you're accidentally dropping them on their head, you're risking their life. So, and vice versa, you're trusting your life in their hands. So there's a tremendous amount of trust involved. You got to be okay with that. If I had to give any piece of advice, it would be in the best shape that you possibly can, not just for yourself, but for the sake of the people that you're working with.
But also find a good and reputable trainer. Make sure that you're trained properly and in the fundamentals so that you can do everything that's asked of you in a ring. And don't be in a rush. Just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not trained properly or you're not able to keep your breath in the wrestling ring, that can end in serious injury or death.
Absolutely.
Whoa! Don't put that evil on us, AJ. Don't put that.
Hopefully not.
We're wrestling tonight, okay? Let's stop at death.
I'm in great shape.
Yeah. And I'm alive. For now.
Can you tell me anything about your future plans in wrestling?
Ooh, our future plans. You want a scoop?
You want the inside
You want the inside
Yes.
scoop?
Huh?
What can we reveal to AJ here today?
AJ,
Mansoor?
all I'll say, AJ, here's what I'll say, is that we're going to be on some long flights soon.
Yes.
Some long flights.
Maybe a little bit of international MxM. Not sure if we can say what countries yet, but there's more than one.
Hey, I mean, I'll be sure to report on that, get the inside scoop, maybe make some money.
You heard it here first.
What do you have? Do you have an exclusive subscription service?
Yeah.
No.
Not yet.
No,
not
you should.
yet.
Why don't you? That's the question we have for you.
We're gonna leak. Tell you what, we'll leak you stories, but you gotta give us 5 stars on all our matches.
Okay.
Maybe even 6.
Starting tonight.
Starting tonight. This match.
7.5 stars
That
tonight.
works for me. That's perfect.
Great.
Yeah, it's already been
Great.
decided.
Mom, that's up to you now. You got to set it up. I don't know anything about money.
Well, all you gotta know is that don't pay taxes. It's a scam. You don't have to do it. You never have to do it.
You do have to do taxes.
No,
That's bad
no,
advice.
Don't have to
It's
do
bad
it.
advice
I've never
for
done it my
child.
entire life, and they haven't gotten me, so I think it's fine.
Yet.
Let me ask you something, AJ. Who's the biggest star you've ever interviewed?
Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, I saw the picture. I saw the picture on his Twitter.
Wrong! It's Mansoor, Mason D. Madden, MxM. How do you get that? You have 103% in your classes, just straight A's?
Yeah.
How do you get the first question wrong? That's the easiest question.
It's a pretty easy.
I'm gonna ask you again.
You know what? It's Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes hasn't even finished his story yet.
finished his
He hasn't
story.
finished his story yet.
His
You know
story-
what? We finished our story in Poland when we won the Polish Tag Team
We
Championship.
finished our story at Boston and beyond when we won the IWTV Independent Wrestling Tag Team
We've got
Championships.
so many belts. We've got so many stories that are getting finished every day. It's
Cody's story is like War and Peace. It just never ends. It's just so long.
and they added The Rock to it. I was
Oh
like,
my
it's
God.
so derivative.
Our stories, it's like Dr. Seuss, in and out, in and out. You can finish them all in one night. Okay, we can have a whole anthology of stories that we're opening and closing.
You are the biggest star I've interviewed now.
Thank you. Excellent. I've revised your grade, A+.
Hooray! I'm no longer failing my science class.
Good, amazing.
This is science.
This is science.
This is the sweet science.
What do you like to do when you have free time outside of wrestling?
When I have free time, which is not the most amount of free time because I am a father of 3 beautiful daughters and a husband to a beautiful wife, but when I do have free time, I like to play video games and watch a little bit of anime when I can. Actually, on the airplanes, that's usually when I play my video games and watch my animes.
What game are you working on right now?
I'm working on Persona 3 The Reload, which is a remake of my favorite game, Persona 3.
I have a friend who really likes it, but I've never played it myself.
I'd recommend Persona 3 Reload as a good entry point because you don't need to play any of the other ones to understand it.
I agree with him. I love Persona 3. I play a lot of video games, most of it on the planes and the hotels, because I had a daughter about a year ago, and just one. It's not a competition. It's not. It's not a
literally a
race. And of course, having a kid does kind of limit the amount of time you have. That being said, I'm still just as fulfilled and having fun playing with my daughter. I take her to Gymboree and just watching her grow, and it's been amazing. She's benching a solid 225. Nice. Yeah, 2 plates. 2 plates.
Hey, I can't even do that.
You will one day. Yeah, stick with us, kid. Yeah. Stick with us and give us 7.5 stars, and we'll teach you.
Do you prefer wrestling in a tag team or singles match? Why?
I very much prefer wrestling in a tag team because Mansoor takes all of my bumps, and I just get to look like a big superhero whenever I make the comeback. So, and also Mansoor also calls all my matches for me. So I'm kind of like a beautiful woman that's the belle of the ball.
Yeah, I like tag team matches better because I honestly think they're more dynamic and there's more possibilities for intricate sequences and moments. There's always stuff going on, which is nice, you know. In singles matches, you get tired. But the great thing about tag matches is that there's time where you can just be on the apron so that when it's time to get in, you're fresh.
I get to do it with my best friend.
Yeah, we get to travel together. Yay!
Who is your favorite tag team partner ever?
Hello? Hello?
Isaiah Swerve.
Oh my God! Not Swerve. You tagged like 8 times.
We tagged quite a bit.
No, you did not tag quite a bit. No, the NXT house shows was not a long run.
Okay, then Dijak.
No, Dijak, no.
Oh, I mean, Mansoor. Mansoor's.
Thank you, for God's sake. Why?
So who's
My
your
favorite tag team? Mustafa Ali, of course. I mean, there's no comparison.
I wouldn't even argue that.
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough. If I didn't know anything about wrestling, what would be the first match you would show me?
Ooh, good question. I would ask, what do you like that's not wrestling? What do you like in movies? What do you like on TV?
Action and fast pace.
You like action and fast pace, kind of like superhero movies?
Yep.
And I'd show you like a Ricochet match. I'd show you any number of Ricochet matches where he's doing incredible high-flying feats. Because like we said, in wrestling, there's so many awesome things and so many awesome parts to this variety show that we do that there really is something for everybody. If you're into like the action and the high-flying stuff, there's wrestlers for that. If you're into the theatricals, you can always go to like your Undertakers, your Stings, guys like that. And if you're into just buddy comedies, having good times, then you can watch an MxM match.
What would you show me?
Well, you know, I've done this quite a lot in college. All I talked about was professional wrestling to pretty much anybody who would listen. Typically, if I really wanted to get sort of an idea of what wrestling can be, that they maybe don't have an idea of what it is, I will show them something like that North American Championship ladder match. With all those guys, Adam Cole, Ricochet, Big Damo. They had an amazing ladder match. A lot of Money in the Banks are really, really good. The first Money in the Bank is awesome. The second one too. But as far as like a one-on-one match that really exemplifies what Graps is all about, one of the most pivotal matches in my lifetime that I was a fan of, Pac or Adrian Neville at the time versus Sami Zayn. Takeover for the NXT Championship is one of the matches, along with Daniel Bryan versus John Cena at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship, that convinced me to be a professional wrestler. So those are very meaningful matches, but at the same time, I could also just show you a spot fest, and that's really cool too.
Yeah, I mean, you can just show me pretty much any high-flying match, show any new wrestling fan any high-flying match, and I'm pretty certain they will enjoy it.
100%. Ladder matches are like the perfect, because a lot of people don't know wrestling can be a stunt show. Yeah. And that's ostensibly what ladder matches are, TLC matches. It's a different form of our art because it takes away the actual sport of it and makes it more about explosions. Exactly. It's the most Michael Bay Transformers version of what we do. And there still is an art to that and a way to layer it and pace it and tell a story in a way that makes sense while, yes, jumping off of very high things.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally watch someone get thrown off the top of WWE headquarters if you look at the right one.
Right, yeah, and Rey Mysterio survived that, by the way. I mean, what an incredible person.
What a testament
I
to
don't
him.
even know if he's human. That's like a 15-story building.
Yeah,
Can't discipline his son.
No. Horrible father, though. Horrible father.
yeah, I mean, he really needs to get his son in check.
Really?
Honestly, it was over when he grew taller than him. As soon as
Yeah, your son can't be taller than you.
Are you taller than your father yet?
Yeah.
Oh!
It's over.
Let's go, dude. High five.
It's over. You're the man of the house. Let's go. Man of the house. Man of the house. Man of the house.
You gotta go up to your dad and you gotta puff up your chest and say, "Acknowledge me."
Yeah. You pat him on the head and say, "Little man."
That's what I want you to do.
I'll make sure to go home and do that.
Yeah.
I'll risk it all for this.
Risk it all.
What is he gonna do? Just put your hand on his head.
Yeah.
And he'll say, "I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you." Just be like,
Hey, I mean, I might get locked in, I might get grounded for a day, but it's worth it.
I don't know. Dominic Mysterio is one of the biggest stars in our business right now.
Don't make waves.
All he did was
Get grounded.
beat up his dad and get grounded. Yeah. What is jail but being grounded by the federal government?
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. That's why I'm not afraid to not pay my taxes.
It's just a brief grounding.
Yeah, you'll just get grounded for 3 years. It's nothing big.
Whatever. I mean, I'll come back. My kid's gonna be more fun, older, you know. Yeah. Take her to Disney.
Your podcast and Botchamania have helped each other a lot over the years. How do you feel about Botchamania openly making fun of you guys?
Making fun of us?
Whoa, wait a minute. I would say that it's sort of tit for tat, okay? We're in a professional relationship with Matthew. Matthew Botchamania. Okay?
Which is the best relationship we've ever had with anybody from England.
England, a couple of old points down at the hole. Come on, England, let's score some goals. Yeah, listen, we don't have English friends for a reason, but Matthew, he's all right. Even if he did put me on blast by putting my botch that haunts my nightmares, okay? But that's my one botch. I've only ever done one botch in my entire 10-year career, so keep that in mind.
Play it right now.
No, don't
play it.
Cut that. Don't play. I don't give you permission. I will send your video and
Cease and desist.
I will send this video to WWE headquarters and I will say, take this down. Copyright strike.
Hey, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
I believe you there, yeah.
Back whenever we had the highlight videos, our show was getting copyrighted day after day from song companies.
Can't do it. Intellectual property, very important. Paying your taxes, not important, but intellectual property, very.
After spending a lot of time with some fun characters in WWE, how does it feel to have much more creative freedom over yourself?
It's great. I mean, the best thing about the Indies is that we are as busy as we want to be. And if we want to take a break, we get to take a break. I mean, there were times in WWE where we were not booked for months and we wouldn't go to work. And I mean, not even being able to go to work while you're just sitting at home is just brutal. I mean, that's one of the things that I like about TNA, AEW, a lot of these other companies is that you really are an independent contractor. You're a person who gets to go out. I mean, Danhausen's at the show tonight here at Glory Pro, or tomorrow rather, and he's going to have a match with Warhorse. And that's him being able to exercise creative freedom and go out, you know, if he feels like he wants to work more, he can work more. Sadly, in WWE, you don't really get that opportunity. So I feel amazing. We've been going all over the country and soon the world.
But we're taking a week off next week. Let's go!
We are taking a week off next week, which is spring break. I mean, come on. My wife's off work. She's a teacher. His kids are off at school. But, I mean, we love this. We love doing this. And we hope that kind of shows through with what we do.
Yeah, I mean, you need to take a break every once in a while or else you'll just burn out and then might not enjoy it as much as you do now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I honestly, one of the best things about coming to these indie shows is meeting all these tremendous people that we otherwise would have never gotten to meet. Our close personal friends, Violence is Forever, is here. We love them. We would have never gotten to meet them if it wasn't for the fact that we got to go to DPW, which is this amazing promotion that we love.
I make a lot of friends just being in the industry and kind of like at a distance. Like you know of people and you know of their work, but being outside of the WWE bubble has really allowed us to connect with a lot of the people that we've associated online with, and it's been really cool just because they are really cool people, and it's good to establish these relationships.
Yeah, I've been going to shows in the St. Louis independent scene for 11 years now, and I've met some amazing people and really nice friends through it.
You were three?
Yep.
Wow.
My dad took me to a show up at WLW, the Harley-Based Wrestling Arena, when I was 3.
Wow.
My mom drove past and thought it was a motorcycle shop for Harley Davidson whenever she first saw it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Harley, race. It's a race with Harleys?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's the end of the interview. I don't have any more questions planned. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. You are a gentleman and a scholar, especially now that we know that you get straight A's. Keep it up. If we find out that you get a B+, let us know, Mom.
Let us know.
Let us know. We'll give him a maximum male beatdown. With your permission.
Yeah, I mean, your match tonight is already 7.5 stars, I can tell.
Let's go.
We didn't even do anything yet. We haven't even called it yet.
And the one lesson you should learn from this interview is to not pay your taxes.
Don't pay your taxes!